Hi, my name is Kertrina, and as most of you know, I'm a new Christian. I was asked to share a little about my journey so far, so here goes. I've always been kind of curious about God, but coming from a non-Christian background, the only time I ever went to church was for weddings and funerals. I've always been intrigued and wanted to know more, and felt drawn towards God and Christianity, but it wasn't something I knew or was brought up with. Growing up, I didn't know anyone to talk to about it, and so it was just left being something I occasionally wondered about. When my mum passed away suddenly in 2012, my reaction was to go to church and pray for her and light a candle, but I wasn't a Christian. But this time last year, I was going through the hardest time of my life. My dad had been fighting against cancer for some time. He had CNS lymphoma, and it had spread throughout his central nervous system and into his brain, and he was incredibly ill. He passed away on the 12th of December 2019, the day before his birthday. During this time and the months leading up to this, I'd found myself increasingly turning to God, feeling the need for prayer, begging Him to help mainly, and above all the desire to know more, like a huge pull towards Him. I didn't understand the pull. During the same time, I was speaking more to Chantel, who I bombarded with questions daily. She was amazing and helped me along my journey so much. She invited me to join Hope Community Church, and I was reluctant. And to be honest, I was thinking, how can a church meet in a hall? A church is a building. And was it some kind of weird cult? Sorry, guys. I was scared, but more so confused. I wasn't religious, but while I was in my darkest times, did I feel such a huge pull towards something and someone I wasn't even sure truly existed. As the final days approached, I found myself contacting the only religious person I knew, which was a vicar from another church, and asking him to pray for my dad. After Dad passed away, I was still asking questions, loads of them. Again, Chantel invited me to church, and so this time I went along and was greeted, not by a cult, but by normal people, regular, kind, funny people, even people I knew. I felt so welcome. It was recommended that I attend an Alpha course, so I still had so many questions, but I loved it. With Christmas approaching and it being my first Christmas as a Christian, it feels incredibly special, like my first real Christmas, like I'm seeing the world in a whole new light, which is really exciting, but also scary, as I'm now 40, and I thought I already had these things sussed out. But in a way, I feel like my story and my journey to becoming a Christian is quite fitting at this time, and reflects that of Jesus' birth in some ways. Times were tough in the world, and the world needed Jesus, and the Lord sent him, just like he was sent into my life in my darkest times. Like the new baby Jesus growing in Mary's womb, my journey to Jesus has taken time and much of that has been away and hidden from the world. And just as Jesus, a new baby, was born, so has my newborn faith and love for him. The birth of Jesus brought about a new way in the world, a new hope, just like finding him has brought a new way into my world. Just as Jesus grew, I too am growing in Christ, and I thank all of you for supporting me in my journey. And above all, I'd love to wish you all a very happy and blessed Christmas. Take care, guys.